Like I mentioned in the last video, we'll be talking about how to index through a list. And on that note, we are still talking about lists. So what exactly is indexing? Like I mentioned in the last video, it is being able to use the value of the location of a list and trying to get that. So that might sound confusing. Let me show you what I mean by creating a variable, opening our cube brackets. Say I want 789 or something like that. And what did I mean by indexing through this list? So what if I only wanted the second value in our list? What if I didn't want 7 or 9? How would I be able to obtain that value as maybe another variable or maybe just to print it out? So that's the concept of indexing and just locating the value that we want in our list. So let's talk about how exactly our indexing works and create a comment here. And with our brackets present, our index starts off with the value of 0. So this is location 0. Then we have location 1. Then we have location 2, and so on and so forth. So 7 here is actually has a location of 0, not a location of 1. So that's important to note that your first number will always have the location of 0. Now, in order to get 7 by itself from the list and isolate the value, we can print it out, not as a separate variable, but we can print it out as just our index value. So I'm just going to say list 1, and then you open the cube brackets, and this is defining which value in that list you want. As you can see, it shows right here. And I want value 0, which is our value of 7 here. So once I print this out, I will get 7 as a result. Let's wait for it to load. There we go. So I got 7 as the value. So it's important to note that we have um, our brackets here. If we were to use parentheses, it would not work and that would become invalid. And another way to do this, we can also say I want value 1 or something like that. Set up a variable here and you can use the index value as your variable. So I want list 1 and I am going to index the 0th value or the 0th location, which is 7. I'm going to print it out. Print value 1 and I just run the program. If I were to run it, I get 7 once again. So we can just iterate through it that way and get our values that way as well.